Good morning, students. Myself Sanjeev from USPC Jain Public School. Continuing the chapter Nutrition in Animals, today I am going to explain about the digestion in animals. Here I am going to explain about the digestion in grass-eating animals. We had observed cows, buffaloes, and other grass-eating animals chewing continuously even when they are not eating any grass. Actually, they quickly swallow the grass and store it in a separate part of the stomach called rumen, a large sac-like structure. The cellulose of the food is digested here by the action of certain bacteria, and the food gets partially digested and it is called curd. Later, the curd returned to the mouth in small lumps and the animal chews it. This process is called rumination, and these animals, so that's why they are called ruminants. Feeding and digestion in amoeba. Amoeba is a microscopic single celled organism found in pond water. Amoeba constantly changes its shape and position. It pushes out one or more finger like projections called pseudopodia, or also called as false feet, for movement and capture of food. It pushes out pseudopodia around the food particle and engulfs it. The food becomes trapped in a food vacuole. Digestive juices are secreted into the food vacuole. They act on the food and break it down into simpler substances. Immediately, the digested food is absorbed, and the undigested residue of the food is expelled outside by the vacuole. Now we are going to discuss about the human digestive system. So this human digestive system, which is alimentary canal, also named as alimentary canal, has various compartments. The very first is the mouth and the buccal cavity. The second, food pipe or the esophagus. Third, stomach. Fourth, small intestine. Fifth, large intestine ending in the rectum. And the last is the anus. Now here you can see from this the buccal cavity, the food engulfs over there. We eat the food, we break it down with the help of teeth, and the food move through the esophagus into the stomach. Now here the digestion starts. The food get digested and it is moved into the small intestine, the small coiled tubes, which are further connected to the large intestine, which is where the food is collected, the undigested food is collected in the rectum and is expelled out through the anus. The various glands, such as salivary glands, the liver, and the pancreas, secrete digestive juices. The digestive tract and the associated glands together constitute the digestive system. So now, the mouth and the buccal cavity. The process of taking food into the body is called ingestion. The food is mechanically broken down into smaller pieces by the teeth. Now the food enters into the second, that is food pipe or the esophagus. The swallowed food passes into the food pipe or the esophagus. The food pipe runs along the neck and the chest. The esophagus leads from your mouth to the stomach. It is made up of muscles. Food is pushed down by the movement of the wall of the food pipe. At times, the food is not accepted by our stomach and is vomited out. Stomach. Stomach is a thick-walled bag. Its shape is like a flattened U and it is the widest part of the alimentary canal. The inner lining of the stomach secretes mucus hydrochloric acid, and digestive juices. The mucus protects the lining of the stomach from the effect of hydrochloric acid. The acid kills many bacteria that enters along with the food and makes the medium in the stomach acidic. The digestive juices break down the protein into simpler substances. Now look at the figure. There is the esophagus. So now the food enters. You will see there before entering the food into the stomach, there is a lining, that is the mucus lining, will cover the inner part of the stomach, which protects the stomach from the effect of hydrochloric acid. Now the protein get digested over here. After completing the digestion, the food proceeds to the small intestine. Now in small intestine is highly coiled and is about 7.5 meters long. Here the complete digestion takes place. It receives secretion from the liver and the pancreas. The liver is the largest gland, reddish brown in color and situated in the upper part of the abdomen on the right side. It secretes bile juices that is stored in a sac called the gallbladder. The bile plays an important role in the digestion of foods. The pancreas is a large cream colored leaf like gland located just below the stomach. The pancreatic juice acts on carbohydrates and proteins and changes them into simpler forms. The carbohydrates get broken down into simpler sugars such as glucose, fats get converted into fatty acids and glycerols, and protein gets converted into amino acids. After the digestion, the absorption takes place in the small intestine. The inner walls of the small intestine have thousands of finger like outgrowths. These are called villi. The villi increase the surface area for the absorption of digested food. This process is called absorption. The absorbed substances are transported via the blood vessels to the different organs of the body. They are used to build complex substances such as proteins, etc. This is called assimilation. The food that remains undigested and unabsorbed then enters into the large intestine. After getting digested, the food enters into the large intestine. The large intestine is wider and shorter than small intestine. Its function is to absorb water and some salt. Its function is to absorb water and some salts from the undigested food material. The remaining waste passes into the rectum and remains there as a semi-solid feces. Now the anus. The fecal matter is removed through the anus from time to time. This is called egestion. That's all about this chapter. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Stay at home and learn online.